It is now News Now, reaching you live from the studios of iBrandTV, Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Uchechukwu Onadu. And reports reaching us say President Bola Tinubu has appointed the outgoing Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, as his Chief of Staff. He was introduced as the brand new Chief of Staff at the ongoing meeting between the President and the nation's security chiefs currently holding at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, on Thursday. We will bring you more on this report as it unfolds. And moving on to Edo State, where Governor Godwin Obaseki has assessed the progress and quality of work done on the ongoing construction of the 16.7 kilometers Ikpako-Ajoki Road in Ovia North, East, and Oba-Oka local government areas of the state. Obaseki, during an on-the-site assessment of the project alongside financiers of the project, said the state government will continue to prioritize infrastructural development, noting that the project will, on completion, transform the fortunes of residents of the area. Ikoria has more details.
The road will serve as a major access route to residents of communities in the two local government councils of the state, including Ikpakpo, Obaturu, Eboho in Ovia North-East local government, and Abiak, Ajoki, Kolokolo, Ajamoha in Ikpobaoha local government area. Governor Obaseki also promised to complete the road stretching from Gelegele to Ekenwa Barracks before the end of his tenure in 2024, noting that this government will sustain reforms and projects to improve the living standard of the people and ensure economic prosperity for the state.
We have an oil exploration company, an oil producing company that's operating close by around Ajoki. But because they had no road from Edo State, they used to go to Delta State to access their facility in Edo State. And I've said, under my watch as a governor, it will not happen. That's why we are, for instance, constructing the road from Sobe to Sabogidaura and stop us from going into Ondo State to come back to Edo State. So this road is important for us because an economic activity that is being undertaken in Edo should be accessed from Edo State.
Speaking on behalf of one of the financiers, the director Sahara Energy, Mr. Temitope Shonobi, expressed satisfaction with the quality of the project and pace of work. On his part, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Roads and Bridges, Oshikena Ojio, said the work consists of removal of unsuitable materials and filling with fresh materials, a base layer of 15 centimeters of crushed rocks, which will be banned with 50 centimeters of asphalt.
Here at the project site for Ikpako-Ajoki Road, it's a 16.7, almost 17 kilometer road, and it consists of removal of unsuitable, filling with fresh material. Then on top of that, we put a base layer of 15 cm of crushed rock.
Ikoria, reporting for iBrandTV News.
And we're still in Edo State, where Governor Godwin Obaseki has felicitated with Professor Iluegben Sunday Adeoye and Professor Alfred Obwemudia on their appointment as acting medical directors of the National Obstetrics Fistula Hospital and National Orthopedic Hospital, Benin City, respectively. These hospitals are proposed hospitals by the federal government in the state. The acting medical directors were at the Government House, Benin City, on a courtesy visit to officially present their appointment letters to the governor, who said his government remains committed to transforming the state into a medical hub. Hailing the federal government for citing the project in the state, the governor said his administration will work with the federal government to ensure the speedy realization of the proposed hospital project to deliver quality health care service to the state, people of the state.
I want to congratulate you on your appointments and to assure you that the Edo State government is prepared to work with you, federal government, to see to it that we have a very quick and smooth takeoff of these two institutions. As you are aware, we have completed the design of a whole medical city of Circular Road. This is a 30-acre piece of property where specializations like yours, Vistula Hospital, an orthopedic hospital, cancer oncology hospital, pediatric hospital, and so forth and so on, could be co-located if that is the desire of the federal government. Alternatively, if you want to land and infrastructure somewhere where you want to build a standalone facility, which is not advisable since it will not have links with other existing medical facilities.
The former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, emerged as the winner of Nigeria's closely watched presidential elections held in February 2023, despite repeated calls to Nigerian authorities to pursue accountability for past election-related abuses and address widespread insecurity. The February elections were blighted by logistical failures and violence at the polls. Bearing a potential opposition victory in petitions to overturn election results, President Tinubu, who has been sworn in on May 29th due to inherit set of complex national crises, including worsening banditry in the northwest, separatist agitation in the southeast, and the ongoing Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast. Mixed reactions trail as the public air their expectations to the present-day administration. Omolara Adebayo has more on these reports.
Interactions with correspondents shows that they would want President Tinubu to place human rights at the center of both domestic and foreign policy considerations.
It's very clear. I mean, his work is set out for him. Human capital development, not just to construct bridges here and there. Yes, we agree that we need, infrastructures in our country, but human capital development, schools, hospitals, so all these things will help people to stop checking out. Good schools, good roads infrastructure, good public transport system. See Lagos now, for instance, there's no good public transport system. Railway, our waterways have to be improved too. So those are the things that I hope the government looks into. Apart from building bridges here and there, please, they should also look into human capital development. Hospitals, schools, they have to make schools affordable, and they have to make the quality of schools very good. Not just you say they are schools, public schools, yet there's no quality. So there has to be quality in the schools, healthcare, hospitals, good public waterworks, good public transport system, improve the waterways so that we can decongest the roads and the rest of them.
Other respondents expressed profound trust in the just elected president, his capabilities and judgment.
Let him continue the good thing that he has in mind, because I know that he has a future for Nigeria, But at the beginning it used to be hard, but maybe later on we'll all enjoy it. So that is the only thing. I'm just trying to tell every one of us to calm down. This new government is going to bring change to Nigeria with the promise. So let us not feel that there is no hope again. There is still hope for Nigeria.
Nigerians are optimistic that the nation will attain greatness under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, while calling on his government to provide daily sustainable needs to further improve the economy. Omolara Adebayo, reporting for iBrandTV News.
President Bola Tinubu yesterday opposed the tendering in evidence information that were extracted from the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS machines that were used for the conduct of the 2023 presidential election. Tinubu, through his team of lawyers led by Wole Onikpekun, challenged the admissibility of certified copies of printouts from the BVAS, which were brought before the Presidential Election Petition Court, sitting in Abuja by candidates of the opposition People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, Atiku had, at the resumed proceedings, maintained that the evidence he sought to tender was in respect of 33 states of the Federation, including Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, and Lagos State. Meanwhile, Jagade told the court that the documents he tendered were duly certified by INEC after all the necessary fees were paid. Despite the objections, the Justice Haruna Samani-led 5-member panel went ahead and admitted the documents from the beavers into evidence and marked them as exhibits PT1 to PT33. Nigeria's petroleum industry regulators and operators have formally effected a subsidy withdrawal, sending retail prices up by about 170% to 500 naira per litre from the official rate of 185 naira per litre. The new price template took effect yesterday as the federal government's meeting with the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and Trade Union Congress, TUC, on the issue ended in deadlock in Abuja. The document communicating details of the new pricing administration also indicated that with, 557 naira per litre, Borno and Yobe states have the highest price of petrol in Nigeria, while Lagos has the least price of 488 naira per litre. An explosion from a gas cylinder yesterday rocked the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital Ikeja, resulting in an inferno. 3 container shops situated behind the engineering department were razed, while an adjoining office in the department was partially affected. Although no casualty was recorded, some persons sustained minor injuries in the ensuing stampede. Director, Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Adesheye Margaret, said the fire at the hospital had been extinguished by the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service. The fire emanated from one of the severely affected shops and traveled through the ceiling to partially involve an office in the adjoining engineering department before it was eventually put out. And to stories from other parts of Africa, Senegal's opposition leader Ousmane Sonko has been sentenced by a court to 2 years in prison for corrupting the youth. The politician's supporters said the trial was aimed at stopping Sonko from standing in presidential elections next year. When Mr. Sonko was arrested in 2021 for accusing Senegal's President Macky Sall of planning to stay in office for an unconstitutional third term. However, he has repeatedly denied the allegations and has been cleared of rape charges. And Australian mining giant BHP says it underpaid current and former workers across the country for 13 years. Around 28,500 employees received fewer holidays than they were entitled to, a review conducted by the firm. Meanwhile, 400 workers did not get additional allowances due to an error with the employment entity. BHP says it has reported the incident to the authorities, and the errors will cost the company up to $280 million before taxes. Some affected employees had their leave incorrectly deducted on Australian public holidays. As a result, they were owed a total of 6 days of leave on average. The company has, however, apologized through its Australia President Geraldine Slattery to all current and former employees impacted by these errors.